Okay, we are back. We are back in Middle Earth. We are back with Garalad the elf, and we are at Thrasi's cabin, about to go on into, I think it is this Rathtireg, this little, I suppose, surrounded by mountains, sort of fortified area here, where we presumably there will be goblins. Make your way along the road toward Gondamon and turn south toward the valley of Rathtireg. Speak with Ingolfair, the dwarf at the barricade. There. Okay. So that's where we're going for the main story. Everything else, well, let's see. We gotta go to Gondamon. This is another Bree quest. I don't know why this is on here. Okay. The whole world wants us to go to Bree. So we will at some point. Let's get rid of that. But I'm quite enjoying this, my time here, actually. Alright, Beast. Let us venture forth. Yeah, I meant to be streaming yesterday, but I actually had to go to the dentist. And I didn't feel up to talking that much after having gone to a dentist. But I am here today. Going to Gondamon first to turn in this the plundered port quest, and then we will go south. And hopefully we'll have something to pick up in Gondamon. Wow. Keep up, Beast. I don't know why I'm not using my horse. I guess just because Beast won't be there. He'll automatically unspawn when I pull my horse out. And I feel like I missed a guy. Not that I don't miss my horse, I do. Just
Greetings.
very well done. I think my brother would be satisfied with this blood price. I will send this treasure to Thorin's halls, and perhaps we can use it to defeat the Dourhands once and for all. A useless reward. That's good. That is interesting.
What do you need?
Alright, I guess that's it for Gondamon quests. let's go check and see if the guy in charge has anything. I don't think he will. Nothing. Oh. Okay. Beast. Oh dear. Well, don't know what to make of that. Alright, who... Here we are. Well, this is interesting. So we have a line of defense here, it looks like. Okay. It looks like we have the situation largely under control, to be honest.
Greetings, traveler. Will you stay a moment?
We need to keep our enemies pinned within Rath-Tereg as best we may. The number of goblins seems to grow each day, but our stout barricades have been enough to keep them at bay. However, these vile milk-eye cave claws have taken to creeping up and burrowing beneath the barricades in the deep of night, and threaten to undermine the walls if we can't find a way to stop them. If you could hunt a number of the creatures down, it should serve to put a halt on their incessant digging and gain us time to repair any damage they've already done.
Come and stay a moment, friend.
Greetings. Welcome to the beautiful Rath-Tereg, the finest stretch of desolate rock and goblin holes in all of the Blue Mountains. If you have come to help, we should certainly use it. Things have gotten worse of late, and now all manner of things are crawling up out of the ground around here. I'd personally be grateful if you could do away with a few of the spiders that infest the area. I used to run patrols in there now and again, but since they showed up, I haven't been able to bring myself to set 1 foot past this barricade. I've been afraid of spiders since I was a wee lad. Oh. Ha. So what do you say? Are you up for the challenge? Or would you rather join me freezing my hinder parts off till the snows come? I'll take the spiders, thank you.
Greetings, traveler.
Langlass sent you. He's a queer sort, that one, but a fine fellow for sending aid. If he thinks you are capable, then I have no reason to keep you from your task. You will find all manner of foul goblins beyond our barricade here. Do your best to avoid the truly dangerous ones, and be careful not to travel too deeply within the valley. Fearsome are the goblins beyond the great peak at the heart of Rath-Tereg.
Welcome. You have come at a most fortuitous time.
Oh wow, these are an improvement. I'm becoming a sort of pastel nightmare with the sort of color combinations they're giving me. My thanks to you for standing by us on this. You are not here to simply kill the local vermin. You want to deal with the real threat. That is to say, goblins. The foul things have been bubbling up out of the ground like bees from a kicked hive. I don't rightly know what has gotten them all riled up, nor do I much care, but I believe it is their leader, Gazrip. If you're up for a fight, get in there and break some goblin heads. If we can shatter their morale by defeating their leader, we can pin them in through the winter. The snows ought to block up their passes till spring, and we will be free of them for a long while, at least. I feel like that's a sort of a. I mean, you guys outnumber the dwarves. They're pinned in here on all sides. You could just bring in all the elves and dwarves in the area and wipe them out. I don't see why. I feel like you're being overly cautious. Alright. Alright, beast. Not looking for bats. Looking for spiders, goblins, and milk eyes. Nice. Again, beast, you're making me lazy. Goblin deed. Oh, okay. This is a class. Okay, so this is a class trait, and I guess you get these by doing class-specific 50 goblins, killing 50 goblins, and this is not unique to this area. This can be goblins anywhere in the entire world. I kill 50, I get this, which is stealth. It is a stealth for elf stealth. 30-minute cooldown, so sort of used as the last resort, but you know, it's good to have. Attack. Wow. Quite a few. Come on, beast. You got this. We're amazing. Getting a little bit of lag here. Like the ball should be around here somewhere, but I guess not. Apparently, they train a lot more goblins in melee than they do in ranged warfare, which is not all that surprising given the layout of the terrain here. Also, I'm sure intelligence plays a factor. Come on. Nice. It's all about getting the timing right on these attacks. Unlike right there. You want to nail it right as the bear makes his initial attack. That was close. Would have been perfect if it was not a one-shot. Jeez. And also, you know, not missing helps. I don't see the point of having that barricade at the other entrance to this valley when right here they have complete access in and out. There's nothing keeping them from attacking on this end, unless the plan is to just kind of keep them, you know, make them an elf problem. It's just, I don't see why they can't have a coordinated effort on the part of both communities here. Alright, that's it for goblins. Here we go. I gotta find this boss character. Tarzip? Garzip? Gazrip. Alright, we're good on spiders. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Beast, you're too strong. You're just too strong for these. I mean, we are 5 levels above them, I guess, but still. I feel like we're just being cruel. Alright, so looking for the boss. Gazrip. Good work. Oh wow. Didn't even have to fight my way through anybody. Well, speak too soon. Come on. That was probably stupid. Alright. Beast, you're too amazing. You know that, you really are. That was not what I thought it was. I thought that was a... Okay. I thought it was a condition healer, but I guess not. So curiosity has got me wanting to go in here, so I'm going to go check out this little enclosure before we move on. Nothing particularly interesting about it. What do we have here? Oh dear. Okay.
Well met, friend.
Well done, Garalad. This should keep those vermin at bay for a while and give us a chance to patch up the barricades before the goblins have another try at us.
Well met, friend.
The whole barricade guard, both of us, thanks you, Garalad, but I am personally indebted to you for killing those 8-legged horrors. Now, the less said of them, the better. Okay, I like that, because he sort of acknowledges the fact that they're working on a skeleton crew here. I think that he would probably experience more resistance if he didn't have several openings in other areas of this camp that the goblins were free to move in and out of without any resistance whatsoever. But as it stands, at least he can feel somewhat proud of himself.
I am at your service.
Ha! Nothing like a rousing tale of goblin slaying to warm you up on a cold day. Well done, Garalad. With your help, we shouldn't have too many problems keeping the goblins at bay till the passes fill with snow for the winter. After that, it will be up to the leaders at Gondamon and Thorin's Hall to figure out what we'll do about them come next spring. And again, we have an acknowledgement that this is not a joint effort by the dwarves and the elves to keep these characters at bay. The dwarves are just going to kind of make sure their end is protected and you know, to hell with these guys. Which I suppose is a dwarf thing to do. Hello, Mustafa in chat. Things are going well. For the most part, I suppose. Go ahead and use that. Get some food. I like to eat my buff food after I fight my bosses. You know, for immersion's sake, right? You know, I fought a lot. I need a good meal. Again, I realize I should be using my horse, but I'm not. I'm not using it. I don't know why.
What do you need?
You have done well, Geralad. Once the dwarves and elves have arrayed their forces, the assault on Rath-Tereg will begin.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Dwalin has sent many Longbeards marching to Rath-Tereg, and Dorangur Whitehorn, is that right? Whitethorn has dispatched many elf warriors of his own. Skolgrim sought to divide the peoples of Ered Luin, but his actions have only strengthened their resolve to stand against him. Skolgrim Dourhands will die in Rath-Tereg, or Geralad. While the elves and Durin's folk draw away the greater part of the Goblin army, you will enter behind their lines and join up with Aberthal. When you have readied yourself, return to me, and I will show you the path to Aberthal. This is excellent.
What can I do for you?
It is time. The combined armies of the dwarves and elves have already begun their assault on this cleft of Rath-Tereg. Aberthal awaits you within the valley. We must go. Okay, so they took my advice, or at least, my complaint has been acknowledged that the elves and dwarves are teaming up to take care of this problem. Good. See? Look at me speaking too soon.
The combined forces of Lord Dwalin of Thorin's Hall and Dorangur Whitethorn of Dwelong prepare to march upon the goblin army of Rath-Tereg.
I am ready, Geralad. We will find Skolgrim Dourhands and drive that fell creature not only from Rath-Tereg, but from Ered Luin itself. Hey, that guy. Is this an AoE? I think it is. Completely forgot about that skill. Nice. Uh-oh. Matthew's in trouble. Seems fine to me. Do you smell? Uh-oh. Aha. Very clever. Rest a moment before pressing on. Okay. Where is Everthal? Ah, I see. Oh! Okay, good. I completed the, stealth deal. Alright, let's see. This is not going to be a skill I use a lot. It's actually fine right here.
Stay a moment.
I feel rested enough to continue. Let us continue our search for Skullgrim Dourhand. Uh-oh. Jeez. Come on, beast. Come on, man. Sarah Oakard. Oh, wow. Okay.
The shadow must fall.
I am ready to move on, Geralad. We must find and rescue this Sarah Oakard. Once she is safe, we can continue our search for Skolgrim. Perhaps we will find my father up ahead and can lend him our aid, though I am sure he has little need of our blades. Sarah Oakard. That is a name that we will encounter plenty of times. Oh, come on. I did not go through all this work to save this guy for him to get killed. Skolgrim. Hey. The man himself. He says, I have business now in Bree-land. Okay. I fear for the lands to the south.
Sweet-eyed Melon.
Skolgrim has escaped, Geralad, but I think Eriluin will be safe from him now. At least for a time. For that I feel the combined assault of dwarves and elves was a success. It will be a long while before we know the full cost of our actions here. Many good people have fallen in Rathjarag this day. I will tend to my father's wounds, and then together we can report to Langlass and tell him what has happened here today. Okay. We should now return to Langlass.
Saruman's treachery has delayed me too long. I can only hope that Frodo and Sam have left the Shire. Without my aid, their road will be a perilous one. Frodo must rely upon the Rangers and your prowess to see him to the end.
Okay. Alright, so we got turbine points, enmity of enmity of the goblins, okay. And something I don't care about.
What do you need?
Many good dwarves and elves perished at Rathjarag, Geralad, and though Skolgrim was not defeated, he has fled, and his threat has abated for now. I am worried about the lands to the south. If Skolgrim was able to cause so much harm in Eriluin, he can surely cause as much or more in Bree-land or the Lone Lands. I fear that we have not seen the last of Skolgrim Dourhands. We must send word to my captain. He will know what to do. But you must leave right away, Geralad. Are you prepared? Very much so, sir.
Would you do something for me?
Come here, Garrelad, and listen well. My captain, a ranger they call Strider, must be notified of the threat posed by Skolgrim. Ashamed you can't stay to enjoy your victory. Travel far to the east, to a place men call Breetown. There you should seek out Barlaman Butterer. He's the owner of a tavern called the Prancing Pony, where Strider has lodged in the past. If Strider is there, Barlaman can help you find him. If not, you can bed down for the night, and you can continue your search in the morning. It's a long journey to Bree-land, Garrelad. Do not tarry, for Skolgrim is on the march. So,
Well met, friend.
this is an interesting way to handle the situation. I honestly expected it to be a bit more streamlined, because what they're basically asking me to do is to go through the Shire and through Bree-land. So we're basically going to go past Hobbiton and pick up the trail of Frodo and Sam. Again, with no real prompting. I mean, there's not like a... Which I like it this way. I really do. But I'm just surprised they didn't give me sort of a immediate fast travel option to get to Bree-land. So now I have... Well, I got these. I have a lot of quests for Bree. And we're going to go. I think we're going to just... We'll take it fairly slow. There's no hurry, really. Though I do want to go through Gondamon, or not Gondamon, Dourhands, and see if there is a bank. No, it's Kellendim, there's a bank. I may be doing quite a few things there, to be honest, before I move on. It's actually quite a shame to me that there aren't more places in Middle-earth that have this kind of a aesthetic. I mean, Rivendell has the same sort of architecture, but the pink trees, they show up now and then in various places. I think there's some in Gondor, but it's nothing like this. Like this, you won't see this again. This was... Alright, that's the actual route we take to the Shire. You know what? Let's just go. A hobbit.
Could I take a moment of your time?
This is a quest for hobbits. I mean, not necessarily, but low-level quest, basically. Okay, we are now in the Shire, obviously. The best zone in the game. For a variety of reasons. all of which pertain to hobbits and why hobbits are the best race. Let's see.
Hello there.
Oh, a Gamgee. Oh, that's interesting. So you're part of Sam's family line. I don't think I ever noticed that before. Alright, you have a...
I'm sure it's a bother, but I
yeah.
could use your help.
Not interested. We're just going to tear through this zone. We're not going to do any quests. Though we are probably going to go to... Actually, no, we're not. We're just going to go straight through. So Rushok Bog, where we are now, is not a place that is explored in any kind of depth in any of the Tolkien literature. They may not even be mentioned, though I do think it shows up on the map that he drew of the Shire. Sorry, minor distraction there. Okay, let's see. It's really a beautiful landscape. I think part of my my love for the Shire comes from the fact that it kind of resembles the southeastern United States in a lot of ways. I think a lot of people don't realize that, but this is sort of how a lot of the sort of wildlands look around here. Lots of wildflowers. Unfortunately, the reputation of the southern United States ideologically sort of overpowers any, you know, of the fun details.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Okay. So I wanted to stop here just because this is Hobbiton. If you're not familiar with the game, you'll probably want to see this. If you are, then bear with me. But I just want to ride up to the party tree and the hill. Oh, and of course, Backshot Row. So this is where Sam Gamgee lived. There's Gaffer Gamgee, his old gaffer, doing his work as usual. And here we have the party tree. This is, of course, where Bilbo had his 11th birthday. This is also in-game. This is a place where a lot of the in-game festivals take place. So they use it. They use the area for its intended purposes very well, I think. Sights of the Shire. You can tell that wasn't made for people of my size. Now this is Back End. And here's Lobelia in her newly acquired...
I want a word with you.
Yeah, well, you're not getting it. Her newly acquired abode. Really great. Yeah, it's pretty big. It's pretty big on the inside. What the heck? We'll just run through real quick. I don't think I've been in Bag End with a non-Hobbit character, so I feel a little out of place. Drag on the wall. Presumably that's Smaug. I think that some of this artwork, I'm not 100% sure, but I think some of this artwork is actually replicas of artwork that has shown up in his various works. Of course, we can't go any further. They block off the rest of the house. But I guess this is your main, center of action here. This must be the mantle and the fireplace where the ring was thrown, I'm assuming. So yeah, I really love the representation. And that goes for pretty much the entire game, to be honest. Other than, some of the classes being a little non-lore friendly. The actual world itself is just spot on. Now, strangely enough, the inn that was sort of frequented by Frodo and Sam and the little crew was not the one so much in, or at least not. There's the Green Dragon sort of song that you hear in the movies. The Green Dragon Inn is not in Hobbiton. It's actually over here in Bywater. Right here. The Green Dragon. We're not going to go in, but That's where it is. Okay. Back on the road. If you're not familiar with the game, you're probably wondering what kind of quest you could possibly do in the Shire, since it's an area that's supposed to be free of all danger. And it's about what you'd expect. There's a lot of sort of deliver pies to this and that person. You get to run the mail as a mail carrier. You get to, find hobbits that have fallen asleep in various places and get them back to work. Just that sort of thing. Not a lot of combat. Not to say there isn't any at all. There's just not a lot. At least compared to what we just experienced. Being on the brink of war between dwarves and elves. It's a different thing entirely. Hello, Ninth Pawn in chat. Thank you for tuning in. We're almost through this area, I think. I really should be stopping at all of these stables and grabbing the stable master,
Just a moment.
but I'm not. I'm getting the ones that are important. Well, except I didn't get Michael Delving, which is the, or Michael Delving is the sort of main city here. It's not Hobbiton, surprisingly, but that's true to form, since that Hobbiton is not the main city in the Shire in the lore either. Here we have the Bywater Bridge. Or Brandywine Bridge. I'm not going to go check it out, but not far. Actually, you can see it from here. This just gives you a sense of scale, the difference between a game and the actual story. There's right here, that's the Buckleberry Ferry. Other side's somewhere over here. I think that's it. Is that it? That can't be it. That's too close. Anyway, it looks like that. So, anyway, the important thing is it's in the game. The Buckleberry Ferry is in the game. So we're entering Bree-land now, and if you kind of have a vague sense of the geography of the world of Middle-earth, you will know that this on my right is the Old Forest, the outskirts of it anyway. We will be going in there at some point. This is another one of my very favorite zones in the entire game. As I said before, there's a lot of areas in Bree-land that don't seem to be related to questing or sort of any sort of linear storytelling, or just a lot of all of this up here A lot of this is just empty areas. Not empty, but empty of story content where you can just wander around and, you know, see what's you can find. I mean, there's a lot of ruins like this. Right, Edso's camp. Should we be looking for quest at this point? I don't think so. I think we need to stick to our task of just getting to town.
Greetings.
Greenway Crossing. So this is the whole point of Bree, of the city. This is why was as much of a success as it was, as far as growth, its growth, and you know its longevity. Is that it's the crossroads of this road and this road. You know, this is your road between Rivendell and the Elflands to the sea, and this back in the day anyway, where the was the road in between. Well, I guess up here, Fornost. Now, back in the day, it was the capital of Arnor, I think. I don't know. And then Gondor in the south. It was sort of the human kingdoms went up and down this road. So yeah, pretty important spot. Great place for a town. Alright, before we go into the city, I need to step away for a second. So I leave you as I always do. Let's see how he feels. How does Garrelad feel about being in Bree? He is surprised. Alright, folks. I will be back shortly. Okay. Hope everyone's enjoyed that as much as I did. By the way, how do you not love the Bree Town theme music? Probably gonna get probably going to get more lag in here than we're used to, because even though we basically have all of Middle Earth unlocked at this point, this is still the most populated hub by a long shot, I think.
What do you need?
All right. We got lots to do here. I want to go to the bank. Oh, that's right here. I also want to go and get my crafting profession set up. So, you can go in the front door of the town vault, and, you know, they have all the valuables hidden behind these bars. Or you can just come in the side door and everything's open. It seems like it's kind of silly to have that as an option, considering that, you know, they go through all the trouble to have this security. Then again, apparently they just aren't worried. Alright.
Greetings.
So I got a lot that I want to put in the vault. I don't even need. I can destroy these because I have these in my shared wardrobe. Please make sure I have. Yes, I do. Okay. Basically, this means that I can use them as a cosmetic item without having the actual item in my inventory or in my bank. So I can get rid of these. Work of the Hammerhand. Now that I'm not sure about. Nope. My Hooper. My original clothing, I definitely want to keep all of that. Trash that. Do I care about these at all? I don't think that I do, but I think I'm going to keep them anyway. I should just leave this open, really. As you can see here, I have capacity 31 out of 20. That's because I used to be a premium player, meaning I paid by the month, you know, your standard $15. And so I had more space open then. When I canceled, I'm now a free-to-play player. Basically, it's at 31 because they didn't delete any of the items I already had, but I can no longer add. And if I pull anything out, actually pull the item or delete an item, I lose that capacity space. So yeah, and this stuff is not cheap. Wardrobe space is not cheap. What is this? I need to look at this. I don't know why I haven't looked at this. Okay. Now, I've got all these chests that I need to open. Rid of special passage. Jeez. Okay. Wow. Let's see. So I got all kinds of little goodies here. Throw my die in there. Yeah, little boosts of various sorts. this is locked. I think I wanted to keep it for cosmetic purposes, but I think I'm going to get rid of it. Alright. Is Beast with me? Yes, he is. What do you think, Beast? This is your largest urban environment you have ever been a part of. Now, you'll probably see some more bears, because there's going to be more lore masters. As well as, you know, what do you call those guys? The Bjornings, which turn into bears.
I do not ask much of you.
Geralad, yes? The watch has been awaiting your arrival. News of what you have done travels quickly, and in this time of need, every ray of hope is necessary. Our mayor, Graham Tinderlark, oh jeez, what a name. Is it Graham? I'm just going to say Graham. Wishes to speak with you. You will find him within the town hall. Travel along the road to the southeast and look for the large stone plaza. The entrance to the town hall can be found there. Enter and speak with our mayor. Alright. We're not doing that. I mean, we will, but first we're going to the crafting hall. Yeah, right there. This is the, I've never really used the taxidermist, but apparently there are certain corpses you can bring here and they can make them into decorations for your home. Softly brutal. Okay. Why am I getting a quest ring over here? On my mini-map you can see there's a quest ring. Thomas Thistlewool.
Could I speak
Oh my.
with you a moment?
We'll wait on this because that's at a level 20 quest. I got a ways to go before I'm ready to do that. By the way, I do want to do, and I hope someone takes me up on this, because I do want to do the group content in this game at starting at level 20, basically, at the Great Barrow. And I would love for someone who knows more about lore masters to give me sort of a breakdown of if I should read trait or respec in a different line. Because I'm in the red line, so I'm in the damage dealing line, and I'm not sure if these differences matter too much up until level 20. But I would like to hear from somebody who knows better than me. Alright. Wow. A lot of stuff going on here. Homesteads of Gondor. No. What? That is... Epic Battles training. Yeah, so all the different features that we can now use that start at, you know, any level are unlocked for us here. Second Watcher. Oh, good. This is one of our quests.
What do you need?
Well met, traveller. Your help is needed in Breetown. We should speak more on the matter. Oh. Should we? I feel like we have decided not to. Okay.
What can I do for you?
Oh, yeah. It's always good to open these before you sell them, because I think you can actually make a little more money when they're open. I think. Is that it? I need to get rid of some of this. There. Oh yeah, we want to sell that hat, don't we?
How may I help you?
Alright. Wait. I don't know what I'm doing. This is the crafting hall? No, it's not. Where is the crafting hall? Ah. Right. Okay. I've only spent about 150 to 200 hours of my entire life in this town on this game. So, you know, you can't expect me to know everything. Okay, so we are going to do Yeoman, I think. Ooh, Taylor. That's good. I don't know if Taylor has... This might work out pretty well for us, actually.
How can I be of service?
Though they need to trade their produce for the hides required. And why is that? Let's do it. We are now officially a yeoman. I don't care about this. These guys are useless. Never use them. Now, is there not a quest of some sort to introduce me to the class? I thought there was. Jenny Greentoes.
Hello there.
That's the best name I've ever seen. Alright, so here we are, cooking. What do I do?
Greetings, friend.
Here we are. Cook apprentice. Hard biscuits, roast pork, and a mushroom pie. Jeez. So,
How can I be of service?
so you do have the chicken eggs. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up more about how to exactly go about. I can go ahead and get these recipes, I suppose. Nah, okay. Alright, we're good. For now. We can worry about all that later. Alright, where are all our quests? Barlow and Butterbur, the mayor, a pressing matter. Dalton? Why am I not seeing? Oh, okay. Here we go. Oh, this is for our class trainer. Dalton Willow. Now that is a cool name.
Greetings.
Greetings. It is good that you came so quickly. I had thought your foolish notions of traveling would win out over reason. Enough discussion. We must set you to the task.
Stay a moment.
Jeez. Oh, nice. Your studies continue apace, Geralad. Creatures of nature see you and friend and ally, or see in you a friend and ally, and the mysteries of the past lie untapped before you. There is always more to learn, but you have an understanding of this Middle-earth that few others can reach. One of the greatest lore masters of our day was a man by the name of Benton Oaks. Benton Oaks. He maintained a vast store of knowledge, old tomes and scrolls, small trinkets of unusual heritage. It is said that Benton came to an unhappy end, but he is survived by his son Dorset. Dorset, too, is a lore master and undoubtedly learned much from his father before Benton met his fate. A great tree grows southeast of the village of Staddle, known for the golden leaves it bears all year round, and Dorset Oaks often tarries there in contemplation. Seek him out, and perhaps he will divulge some of his father's mysteries to you. Sounds like a plan to me, bro. Oh, okay, track crops. That's part of our crafting skill. We can find nearby farmland. We did not come in this way. Ha! I love this. If you have big dogs like I do, you know that, having 3 people is, you want to have more people than you have dogs in that situation, I can assure you. Alright, so this is the Prancing Pony. Oh, and of course we have... Alright, so this is one of the things I like the most about this game. There's a music system. Basically, you can buy instruments, and I think they use some sort of program externally to be able to create these elaborate pieces. But yeah, this is all user-generated content you're seeing here. It's still a pretty vibrant community, at least on the more populated servers. This one especially seems to be a lot of fun. So yeah, that goes on pretty much constantly. Here we go. Crafting quest.
Could I take a moment of your time?
I've been meaning to prepare a delicious breakfast for the gods of the town as a sign of my appreciation. But wouldn't you know it, I've gone and lost my recipe book. And I told some of them that today they'd be having eggs and onions and biscuits. Ugh, it's a weird combination. Courtesy of old Seward. I don't want to let them down. If you know a good cook, I'd really appreciate it if you could bring me 5 servings of eggs and onions and 5 hard biscuits. That will be enough to serve a good breakfast for the gods, I think. I'll pay you for your troubles, of course. Yes, don't mind if I do. Collect eggs and onions. Collect eggs and onions. and begin to collect eggs and onions. Alright. Alright, so anyway. The Prancing Pony, very, very lively spot among the player community. Actually, let's go ahead and set this as our home. Here we are, Prancing Pony. Doesn't feel as rough as it was described, but you know, it's easy for an elf to say. And our old pal Barliman.
One thing drives out another.
So many people coming and going these days. There is one guest though, one I'd rather do without. But coin keeps a room, and he comes with coin and I have to pay a bill. Brooding sort, likes the darker corners of the inn and speaks to none. Most people are a bit afeard of his ilk. Barliman lowers his voice. He's one of them rangers, he is. Calls himself Strider. From the common room, turn left down the hall. Keep on until you can only go right. Follow straight down the hall until you're at the foot of the stairs. Strider's in the room to the right of the stairs. And you're just willing to divulge that information to someone who did not even ask.
Oh, so much to do.
A word if you're a moment. Though if you're as busy as me, you haven't. What with all the troubles hereabouts, I think someone like you could be of help. There's trouble in Buckland, or so I've heard. Gates broke apart, little folk frightened, and worse yet, rumors of black riders in Buckland, like those seen moving through Bree. They say the master of Brandy Hall is looking for help by way of his young niece, Calendine. Brandy Hall is atop a high hill in the center of Buckland to the east side of the Brandywine River. Follow the road west from Bree until you see the Brandywine Bridge, then turn south into Buckland. So,
There's so much to do.
who was that you were looking for? Oh, Strider. Yes. Well, not that it's my business, but I wouldn't go near that ranger out of the wild. He's a strange one. Not that he can't tell a rousing tale when he's of a mind. Well, it's clear that you've no mind to listen to me. Strider keeps to himself, mostly. From the common room, turn left down the hall and keep on until you can only go right. Following Now, I've got paying guests to attend to, and no time to be chatting, if you know what I mean. It's just that busy. Doesn't feel that busy, man. I mean, I'm not trying to, suggest that you're, easily overwhelmed. Alright. We now have our hat in full view. I just want everyone to take a moment and just appreciate what this is.
Are you looking for something, friend?
Okay. Maybe I should have listened to his directions again. Here we go. Yeah. Alright, room at the bottom of the stairs. Must be it. Could this be 5 seats? That's Strider and the hobbits. I don't know. And there we are. The man himself.
Your tidings are grim.
If Skullgrim escaped, then we can assume he'll want vengeance. Given time, he and the Dourhands will regroup. You were brave to stand against them, but I'm afraid we'll need the use of your courage once again.
There is little time to waste.
Alright, that was officially the end of the prologue. So this is where every race in the game, no matter what their... because the races, of course, have individual starting stories. This is where they coincide, right here. We are now at Book 1, Chapter 1. The Dourhands' lord fled to bree-land after his defeat, and not by mere chance. I see the hand of the captain of the Nine in all of these affairs. In the west, in the shower, and in bree-land. In the shower? Okay, work on the accent. We must unravel the thread of his plans, and I believe I know how. To the east of Bree, there is a Blackwalled camp, which my men have been watching closely. A shadow has recently spread across the camp. I believe it is here that Amdir has gone, and this Dwarf Lord as well. There we must go, and there we must end Amdir's life, if he can still be called living. We will wait for nightfall, and then make our move against the Blackwalds. Speak with me again when you are ready to depart. So Amdir is the central figure of the human and hobbit storyline, whereas Skorgrim is our central figure as the elves and the dwarves. The only difference is Skorgrim was a villain who became more of a villain, where Amdir was actually a ranger who was corrupted by he was corrupted. I think in his case it was actually the chief villain of Angmar and not Ivar, but I could be completely wrong about that. Anyway, these are your two figures that we're trying to basically at this point annihilate. But we're not doing this. I want to finish the rest of the stuff. Well, I'm rethinking on the fly here. Actually, okay.
Are you ready to leave?
Are you prepared to travel yet? If so, then come nightfall, we will move against the camp where Amdir and the Dwarf Lord have gone into hiding.
Strider and the Rangers pursue their fallen brother Amdir to the Blackwall's camp. But not all is as it seems.
Again, we get that hope bonus that I talked about before. What were we looking at? 5 hope. That's how great Strider is.
There is evil afoot.
Can you feel the chill in the air? It is no natural cold, but the chill of fear, of evil. I doubt not that Amdir is here, but there is a greater evil as well. We should split our strength. For the good of Middle-earth, none can be allowed to escape. Lenglin and I will look for another way inside, while you and Torfan search for Amdir. We must be quick now, before the evil bursts forth from here and threatens all of bree-land. It's alright, Aragorn. I don't know if you know, but I have a bear. I don't see how they can take me seriously, given what I'm wearing.
Are you ready?
Come with me. It is time to deal with Amdir and these brigands. If Amdir escapes, it could spell doom for Middle-earth. Wait, seriously? I'm not gonna... Okay. Go east. Interesting. I love these early game quests, how they constantly give me a chance to rest. Let's see, let's burn through some of these. Power. What the heck?
Silently now. Darkness approaches.
Down there in the southern corner of the camp, the source of the Blackwolves' fear is there. Come! Nice. I really need to use that skill more. It's a good skill. There we go. Just let me die in peace. Ah, Skorgrim. There you are. Jeez. Now to deal with you, Ranger. Jeez. Are you ever gonna fight for yourself, buddy? Alright. I propose that Skorgrim is a coward. The greatest evils may be behind this gate. Oh, really? We get to rest? Alright. Used up that.
Stay a moment.
Who is that dwarf, and what power has he to command whites? That the Blackwolves were in terror of that creature is certain, but I still sense something greater still in these ruins. And where is Amdir? Perhaps beyond that gate. Do not lose your nerve. Do you think a person that dresses like this, Torthan, would ever be considered a coward? Oh, wow. Oh. These are some good skills. Drains power and morale from your enemies, slowly increasing your own. Ooh, Nazgul. Okay, good. Come, brethren, we must leave. Now is not the time for such a fight. Lag is starting to be an issue. Let's see what this is about. Drain your power. Oh, that's cool. I love that draw power. I am sorry, Amdir, be at peace. So that was Amdir. He apparently was mutated into some sort of Neo-Nazgul.
It's a sorry day.
It is a day both dreary and joyous. It grieves me that we were forced to slay Amdir, but a relief that he should now know peace. I will lead you back to Strider, and I will return to my camp. Awesome.
It's a sorry day.
The very air seems polluted by this night's business. We should tarry here no longer.
The Nazgul have crossed the Eisen and are heading for the Shire. The hobbits must be quick-footed enough to escape the wrath of the Nine. And we can only hope that Frodo slips through the traps of the enemy.
Alas for Umdir.
It grieves my heart that the enemy was able to turn Amdir thus. He was my friend and kinsman. My people will remember him as the man he once was, good and noble. It troubles me that the Nazgul have crossed the river and moved into Bree-land at just this time. There are events in motion which could determine the fate of Middle-earth. If you are able and willing, I may have another task for you. Alright, so... might-based armor? No.
I have a task for you.
I am curious to know who the dwarf that you encountered at the Blackwolds camp was. Dwarves are by nature honorable and cannot be dominated by the will of any. Why this one would serve the enemy, I cannot say. Worse yet is the appearance of the Nazgul. I must go watch the East Road, for I am expecting some travelers, and now fear they may be in danger. Would you travel to Combe and speak to a constable there named Underhill? You may know him already, stout little fellow who loiters about town center. You may suggest to Underhill that he investigate the Blackwolds' old hideout. When that is done, return here with your report. If perchance I am not here, assume the worst. Okay, well, we're getting serious now.
What road did you take, Frodo? The ringwraiths ride openly in the Shire, but there are places which are even more terrible and dangerous. If you choose the path I fear, search for the light in the darkness.
Okay, yeah, I was actually kind of confused about the times table. Oh well, okay. We are automatically in Combe. I was a little confused about the timetable as to where the hobbits were about now, but it looks like they just entered or are now in the Old Forest, or in the Barrow Downs. So that's kind of the thing about starting a character that's not in the Shire, is you aren't sort of following that closely in the footsteps of the hobbits. Alright. Stable Master.
Greetings.
And new gear. And new skills. Okay. So where do I want to put this? Right, this I know what I'm doing with. Oh, shoot. Where's the... There we go. Okay. Oops. Okay. Knowledge of cures. So what this is going to allow me to do is, when I get these colored squares to appear, as you've probably seen happen already, I can use this skill to cure them on the spot without having to click anything down here or a hotkey. But this is also something I can use on others, so I'm going to keep it out for that purpose as well. So a healing skill. Okay. That works. Because I think I'm going to be using those skills fairly often, though I could be completely wrong. Where is the constable? Up there, okay. Alright. Got plenty going on. Question is... Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go meet the mayor in Breetown. Because I think we're not far outside of Breetown. No, we're not. Just go back this way. So we're going to go do that, and then we're going to call it a day. I look ridiculous. This should be it. Yeah. Town Hall. And a very cramped town hall at that for a non-Hobbit building. Mustache is not working, man.
How can I be of service?
From the Blue Mountains, you say? Well, friend, that must have been quite an adventure. Welcome to Bree.
How can I be of service?
Hello, welcome to Breetown. You are most welcome here, Garrelad. Allow me a moment of your time, and I will do my best to see that you learn of all that Bree has to offer. Bree is a large town, the largest in the north, and certainly the most populous as well. I know that we do not seem like much, but in truth, all roads lead to Bree, and it is for that very reason that I have asked to meet you. Bree has suddenly become rife with folk of a most unsavory sort, and each day it appears that more arrive. My chief watcher, Grimbriar, took it upon himself to investigate a number of claims coming from the farms around bree-land, or I would have you speak directly to him about these matters. Alright, so there's 2 quests here now. Tristlebridge.
Might I take a moment of your time?
No.
Would you do something for me?
Alright, this is just an introduction quest. Now then, Bree is a fairly large town, and there are many places to visit and people to meet. I would like to help you with this, and have asked many of the townfolk to bid you good welcome when you speak with them. This town needs as many allies as it can find in these dark times. Your first stop will be to the north, just beyond the Trader's Gate, to the 3-Furrow Crafting Hall. Enter the building and speak with Bonnie Thatcher. Alright, Bonnie Thatcher. Okay. Alright, we're going to end it here for right now. When we come back, we will do the tour of Bree. We will go back to Combe, and we will work from there. I need to do this stinking crafting press at some point. Crafting quest. Yeah. But that is for another day. Thank you all for tuning in. I'll be back soon enough.